is the one who started the killing and confiscation of arms, and it is now terrorizing people in Benghazi. These people have no demands. They don't take part in protests at all, be it in Afghanistan, Libya or Algeria. They don't take part in demonstrations. Those people who took to the street are young people. They have nothing to do with Al-Qaeda. And now they're handing over their weapons, they're selling the weapons and laying down the arms. And they've started to recover from the drug they were given. The youth who have no arms, they don't even know what Al-Qaeda means. However, the leaders of Al-Qaeda who are inside the mosques and who have appointed themselves as emirs, I would like you to go and see them. Some of them used to be Guantanamo inmates. There is another issue, or kind of people who have nothing to do with Al-Qaeda. Inmates, some are wanted by the justice, petty criminals. And some people who killed their children during terrorist attacks. And someone who got some kind of vengeance against others. People are fleeing outside their homes. Yeah, we know this category of people. They have already ridden the wave, and they have they're flying the flag, and they claim that they have demands, and they might announce peaceful demonstrations, and nobody can prevent them from organizing peaceful demonstrations. However, Al-Qaeda do not recognize these people. It's like the Minister of Justice that you've just talked about. He requested, he asked for their help, but Al-Qaeda don't recognize him. They told him that you are an infidel.
The international community is concerned about stockpiles of mustard gas or other kind of chemical weapons. Would you ever use those?
First of all, I mean, this issue, we finished with it a long time ago. With Britain and the United States, it's all behind us. Is it logical that someone would use chemical weapons even against his enemy? Even against those people, no one can use these chemical weapons.
People are also concerned that you will somehow sabotage or attack the oil installations. Would you do that?
It's them who are trying to do such thing. The terrorists are trying this. They go by cars at night, 4x4, and they open fire against oil fields, against companies. They go to the desert.
Do you have day-to-day control of the armed forces? Do you give the orders in this country?
First of all, there is no army in Libya. We have an armed people.
The men in uniform who carry guns in this country, do you give them orders?
The security issue is administered by People's Committee. The armed people is administered by the defense sector. The People's Committee for National Security oversees the security issue and oversees the armed people.
What I'm trying to say is, have you been giving them orders in terms of how they deal with the situation in Benghazi or deal with the situation in and around Tripoli?
The only order that has been issued in Libya is not to use force at all.
But force has been used. Force has been used.
And this is why we have warned them against using arms, because they know there are orders not to use arms and force. And this has encouraged them.
Col Gaddafi, how do you end this crisis? A large part of the country is under the control of insurgents, rebels. There's a great deal of foreign pressure coming in on you. How does all this end?
Foreign pressures, we're not concerned about them.
What about the fact you've lost control of a lot of the country?
My people is with me.
About our people and my people are with me.
And we are confident of ourselves, we're sure of ourselves. So we will prevail, and it is them who will go.
You know, Colonel Gaddafi, I'm struck that you keep saying my people are with me, and that you keep saying the other towns have fallen to terrorists and other people. Do you ever do you feel that perhaps your people are not with you? That actually they might not want you?
قلنا أنا مندهشة أن دائما تكرر أن شعبي معي وأن المدن الثانية القرى الثانية تحت السيطرة الإرهابية. هل تشعر فعلا حقيقة أن الشعب معك؟
فيه المجموعات المسلحة في بنغازي.
The armed groups in Benghazi have terrorized Benghazi.
والناس يتصلوا بالهواتف ويشوفوا اتصالاتهم بالإذاعة الليبية.
And people have been phoning Libyan television and radio and explain the situation there.
درنا أو البيضاء مدينتين.
In Derna, in the cities of Derna and Baida, there are small groups that are terrorizing the residents over there.
بقية ليبيا عدوا شوفوها ليبيا.
As for the rest of Libya, please go alone. Have a look for yourself. Go outside Tripoli. Go outside Benghazi or Al Baida. Go to the Green Mountain. Go and have a look at the oases in the south. Anywhere around Tripoli, any town or city around Tripoli. I am prepared to go anywhere in Libya and travel there.
If there aren't demonstrations against you, then how would you describe those events in the streets that have been happening, where they tear down pictures and they explain they express their anger?
Al-Qaeda is one thing, and children who have been drugged and have been duped to do things, and the Libyan people is another thing. I am amazed how the United States and the whole world, who have been in alliance with us against Al-Qaeda, and when we start fighting Al-Qaeda, they impose such sanctions against us.
Col Gaddafi, I think we've asked all the questions we need to ask this evening. I'd just like to thank you very much for talking to us.
Yeah, thank you.
شكرا على الحديث. شكرا.
Really appreciate the time.